The alarm clock rang in the dark. It was 4 in the morning. Anna's day always began while the world was still asleep. She shuffled into her small kitchen, the floor cold under her feet. She put the coffee on. The first sip was bitter and strong. It was her fuel. Soon, she was at the bakery. The air was cool and flour-dusted. She turned on the ovens. Their low rumble was the first sound of the day. She mixed the dough for the morning bread. Her hands moved with a rhythm she knew by heart. Push, fold, turn. It was a quiet, peaceful work. The only light came from the oven doors and the single bulb above her table. As she worked, she thought about her customers. There was Mr. Henderson, the elderly man who came at 6:15 exactly. He always bought one sourdough loaf. He never said much, but Anna noticed his hands trembled a little. So, every day, she pre-sliced his loaf for him. She wrapped it carefully. He never asked her to do it. She never mentioned it. It was a silent gift. Then there was Sarah, the young nurse starting her early shift. She always looked tired. Anna started making tiny, star-shaped cookies. She used a little extra sugar. She placed one in a small bag with Sarah's usual croissant. One morning, Sarah smiled for the first time. "The stars taste like my grandmother's kitchen," she said softly. Anna just nodded and smiled back. That was enough. The bread began to bake. The smell filled the bakery. It was a warm, golden smell. It was the smell of comfort. Anna arranged the pastries in the window. She made sure each one looked perfect. A perfect croissant. A cinnamon roll with just the right swirl. She wasn't just selling food. She was creating small moments of beauty. At 5:30, she turned the sign on the door to open. The first light of dawn was turning the sky pink. Her first customer was a construction worker, Leo. He bought a large coffee and a hearty sausage roll. "Your breakfast keeps me going, Anna," he said. She knew he had a family to support. Sometimes, she added an extra roll to his bag.
No chari.
He knew. He would give a small, grateful nod. The morning flowed on. People came and went. A student cramming for exams. A mother with a sleepy child. A businessman in a hurry. Anna watched them all. She learned their stories in small pieces. A worried look. A happy sigh. A new piece of jewelry that suggested a birthday. She began making small gestures. For the student, she wrote "good luck" on his paper bag. For the sleepy child, she would sometimes offer a tiny, free sugar cookie shaped like a cat. The mother's tired eyes would light up. For the businessman who always seemed rushed, she started having his order ready the moment he walked in. It saved him 1 minute of his frantic day. He began to pause, just for a second, to say a real thank you. Anna never thought her work was special. She simply made bread. But in those quiet hours before the sun rose, she was doing something more. She was weaving a net of small kindnesses. A pre-sliced loaf, a star-shaped cookie, an extra roll, a handwritten note. Each one was a tiny, silent message. It said, "I see you. Your morning matters." One rainy Tuesday, a new woman came in. She looked lost and sad. She ordered a simple coffee. Anna handed her the cup. On the lid, Anna had drawn a small, clumsy sun with a smiley face. The woman looked at it. Then she looked at Anna. A tear rolled down her cheek. But she smiled. A real, true smile. She didn't say anything. She didn't need to. She took her coffee and walked out into the rain, holding the cup with both hands. The morning rush ended. It was 9 o'clock. The bakery was quiet again. Anna sat on a stool with her own cup of coffee. She was tired, but her heart was full. Outside, the world was now busy and loud. But inside her bakery, the air was still warm and sweet with the smell of bread. She looked at the empty trays. Every pastry was gone. Every loaf was sold. But more than that, her small gifts were now out in the world. Mr. Henderson was eating his easily sliced bread. Sarah had a star cookie in her pocket. Leo shared his extra roll with a friend on the worksite. The woman with the coffee cup was holding her drawn-on son. Anna finished her coffee. She began to clean. She wiped the counters, humming softly. Her bakery was just a small shop on a quiet street, but for a few hours every day, it was a place of gentle humanity. It was a place where dawn began not just with light, but with a quiet understanding. It began with a simple, powerful act of giving a small, beautiful moment to someone else. And for Anna, that was the real recipe. That was the secret ingredient in every single thing she baked.